Hey guys, today we're going to be going over a new topic. It's going to be our Unit 2 topic. We're going to be talking about functions and not functions, as well as function notation, and then after that, next week we'll start domain and range. So it's going to be a really short unit, kind of be fast and furious. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start by going over an example just to kind of give you an idea of what a function is and what it isn't. And then Ms. Stark is also going to give you another example that you can kind of relate to real world and so forth. So today we're going to be talking about functions, and I have a couple of people over here. They are... I got some dudes over here and I got some ladies over here. I wouldn't take this relationship advice, okay? You're gonna probably think it's kind of weird, but it's just funny, right? But don't take this relationship advice. I promise you it's not gonna be good for you. All right, here we go. So we have our first couple, Brad and Sarah, okay? Now, Brad is dating Sarah. Brad can only date Sarah, but Sarah can date whoever she wants. Okay? So as long as Brad is dating Sarah and Brad is only dating Sarah, then they are a relationship, they are a function, they work. Now, our next couple, we have Tim and Sarah. The same Sarah from over here, but Tim is dating Sarah. Tim can only date Sarah, but Sarah can date whoever she wants. So, as you can see, Sarah's dating Brad and Sarah's dating Tim, but that still works. She just doesn't tell Brad that she's dating Tim, and she doesn't tell Tim that she's dating Brad. Okay? I know, it's messed up, right? So, essentially, this guy can only date Sarah, and this guy can only date Sarah, but Sarah can date both of them. She just doesn't tell them. Don't take that relationship advice. Okay? But they are functions, and their relationship functions. Okay? Now, can Brad date Kim? No, Brad cannot date Kim because Brad is dating Sarah, and Brad cannot cheat on Sarah. All right? So this would not be a function, a relationship that works. So because Brad is already dating Sarah, Brad cannot date Kim. Now, can Sam date Kim? Yep. Sam can date Kim because as long as Sam is only dating Kim, then we're good. So I don't see Sam over here at all. So here we go. Sam can date Kim, but he can only date Kim. Now, can John date Kim? Yes, he can. Because John can only date Kim, right? And Sam can only date Kim, but Kim can date whoever she wants. She just doesn't tell Sam, and she doesn't tell John, right? I know, it doesn't make sense. It's not right, okay? But these guys right here, they have to be faithful to whoever they are dating. So John can date Kim and only Kim. Sam can date Kim and only Kim, but Kim can date whoever she wants. Okay, what about this guy? Can John date Sarah? No, John cannot date Sarah because who is John dating? Kim. John is dating Kim. So John and Sarah are not going to work. Okay? They are not going to function as a relationship. John cannot date Sarah. Okay, what about, can Brad date Sarah? Yes, Brad can date Sarah. And if you look over here, Brad is already dating Sarah up at the top. And so we come down here, Brad is still dating Sarah down here. That's okay. They just got really excited about the relationship, so we decided to write it twice. So Brad is still dating Sarah and only Sarah, so then that relationship works. Okay, what about Brody and Brittany? Are they a relationship? Well, look over here. Do I see any other Brodies over here? No, no other Brodies over there. So we can then say, yes, they are a relationship that functions. Brody is dating Brittany. Let's take it over here to this side. Can Jim date Sarah? Think about that for a second. Can Jim date Sarah? So let's come over here. I don't see any Jims, no Jims, no Jims. Okay. So yes, Jim can date Sarah. Okay, but because remember, Jim can date Sarah and only Sarah, but Sarah can date whoever she wants. So let's think about who all the people Sarah's dating. Sarah's dating Brad, right? Sarah's also dating Tim, excuse me. So she's dating a couple people. She's not telling them about him, right? But she cannot date John because John is already dating Kim. What about Connor and Jane? Can Connor and Jane, are they a relationship that functions? Yes, Connor and Jane are a relationship that functions. I don't see Connor's name over here. Okay, the only time I see Connor's name is right here. All right, Brittany and Brody. Okay, come over here looking for Brody. Oh, there's Brody, and he's already dating Brittany. So guess what? These guys, they are a function. They're just really excited about each other, and so they say it twice. So now what about this one? Brent and Kim. Brent and Kim. Okay, looking over here. I don't see Brent at all over there. Don't see Brent over here. So Brent can date Kim. Brent can only date Kim, but Kim can date whoever she wants. So let's take a look at Kim. Kim can't date Brad because Brad's already dating Sarah, so that's not going to work. But Kim is dating Sam, and that works. And Kim is dating John. But remember, Kim can date whoever she wants. It's Brent that can only date Kim. So this relationship works. Now, I know that that's just a silly analogy of what a function is, but I promise you it'll make sense as we do our stuff today. Okay, so looking over here, my x's, okay, all of these guys right here and my inputs, okay, these guys cannot cheat. So when I look at my stuff today, I'm gonna look for any of these guys that are cheating. Any of these guys that are cheating. My x's and my inputs, they cannot cheat. But my outputs, they can. Right? My outputs, they can. So we're going to be saying a lot of stuff today like, well, 2 is dating so-and-so, and 3 is dating so-and-so. Is that a relationship that functions? And then you got to think back to this analogy. These guys right here, my x's, they cannot cheat, but my y's can cheat. Be careful as you go through. Look, I have Brad here, I have Brad here, I have Brad here. So when you look at your functions today, you're going to be looking at all the ones that repeat, and then you're going to be looking at the y values and our output values and seeing if they are true. And we're going to be doing this process with our function or not a function. So now Ms. Sharkey is going to go over another example that you might relate to with a vending machine.
You guys can think of functions as kind of like a vending machine, okay? So we can think of a vending machine as our function, okay? The button pressed to purchase a food item is going to be our input. So that's going to be these guys over here. Those are the codes we're going to use. And then the food item received is going to be our output. So whatever comes out down here, that's going to be our output, okay? So our input is kind of like our x values. Our output is going to be our f of x or our y values, okay? And so here's some examples. So if we press B3, this sour gummies is in the spot for B3. So when we press it, sour gummies should come down, okay? And then for A3, when we press it, A3, pretzels should come down. C1, chocolate bar. So if we press C1, that's going to be our input. What comes out is a chocolate bar. Okay. A2, same thing. It's going to be our potato chips. And then A1, give us cheese puffs. And then also B2, if we press it, it'll also give us cheese puffs. Okay. So keep that in mind. That A1 and B2, they both can give us cheese puffs. Okay. All right. So if we go down here. This is kind of a way that we represent our input and our outputs, and it's called mapping. Okay, so you'll have these two circles. One will be our input, which is like our code that we used, and then we'll have our output, which is the food that comes out at the bottom. Okay, and so our input, here's some codes that we have. And say if we put in B3, what should come out? Sour gummies. So let's see. If we press B3, sour gummies will come down. Okay, and then if we press A1, cheese puffs should come out. So let's see. A1, cheese puffs, they'll come down. If we press B2, also cheese puffs should come out. B2, cheese puffs will come out. Now here's an example of where it would not be a function. Okay, so think of our machine like a function, and if it doesn't work, if our machine doesn't work, then it's not a function. So if we press C3 and both a cereal bar and trail mix come out, it'd be a good day, but your machine wouldn't be working correctly, okay? So if we press C3 and we got a cereal bar and trail mix, like I said, it's your lucky day, but your machine isn't working, so that would not be a function, okay? And so our function rule is that one input can't have more than one output. So just like here, we had one input, it can't have more than one output, okay? It can't give you a cereal bar and trail mix. But one output can have more than one input. Okay, so that's like this one right here. We have one output, our cheese puffs, but there's two codes that will work in order to get you cheese puffs. Okay, so you can press A1 or B2 and you'll get the same thing, but you can't press one code and get two different items, because that means our machine isn't working. Okay? And so another way you can look at this, besides mapping, is by looking at it on the table. So the same thing, we have our input, which is our code, and then our output, which is going to be our food item. Okay, and so we have our input, B3, gave us sour gummies just like before. A1 gave us cheese puffs, and B2 gave us cheese puffs. And then if we have C3, it should give us a cereal bar. But C3 can't give you trail mix, right? Because if you press C3 and it's working correctly, it should just give you a cereal bar. Okay, so you can't press C3 and get both of these down at once. Okay, and so that is not an example. This would not be a function. If this were here, you would say it's not a function. Okay. But also you can repeat. So if I pressed C3 and got a cereal bar, and I went along my way, and then I came back and it was like C3 again, I could get another cereal bar, right? And so that's how that works on a table. And so if you guys get asked, is this a function? You would say no, because there's that one right here. But if this wasn't here, you could have a repeat of or another. You could do another A1 if you wanted. Just think of it like a vending machine. So you go up, put your code in, and if it's working, whatever should come out. Okay, so that's another way to think of it. There's the mapping and the table representation for you guys. But yeah, whichever one works for you guys, whichever one makes sense to you, that's what we would recommend you guys using.